Gotta
what are you
wait
doing? Why are you in your car?
because I have to because I go back at 10:30, so I literally only have an hour and a half.
Oh, that's you got a short day today.
Yeah. So
Okay, I get you.
I'm just chilling in the car right now. Went to McDonald's, got some breakfast.
Oh, what'd you get?
A couple steak, egg, and cheese McMuffins.
Uh,
I like the McMuffins with the steak and the bagel sauce. Always get that instead of the bagel. What the hell? Oh, that's it. Fuck, my back door was closing on. Where's that? What's up, Edward?
hey, Edward.
How's my backpack?
Yeah, I went out this morning at pre-dawn and did a ship and posted it.
Yeah, I gotta be back around 10:30 and then
So
be
you'll be
off at 3:30.
back home by what, 1:30 or so?
Now 3:30 instead of 5:30.
Oh, okay.
We get pushed back 2 hours.
Jonathan, good morning. Brenda.
Hey, Brenda. Did Brenda get her puppy yet, or she's
No,
just
no,
visiting with it?
she's been going visiting her every day. They went for a walk at the location yesterday, and
So is it one of those places that requires like she, yeah, get used to the dog first or something?
no, the dog needs to be spayed and neutered. Spayed.
Yeah. Well,
It's a
some animal shelters now they require that you have like,
you spend time with them. Yeah,
yeah, you have to spend so much time with them before they turn. Like the dog pound here, you can go and get a dog just within 30 minutes of being there.
right.
But the animal shelter, the ASPCA one, they require you come back 3 or 4 times and get acclimated with the dog, and then you have to list all the other animals you have in the house, and then they want you to bring those animals to the shelter to see if the dog gets along. Yeah, it's a big old pain in the ass.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah,
It takes like two,
she
3 weeks.
said though that the place where she's dealing is absolutely beautiful. It's a wonderful place.
What's up, Ed? Yeah, the ASPCA shelter, man, they take like 2, 3 weeks before they give you a dog, and then you have to fill out a big old application and all this other crap. Like, yeah, it's a big old pain in the ass. When I went in there, man, every dog they had was fucking mean as shit too. Like, I went to the pound, found a bunch of really nice dogs when I was looking at dogs when we got Bo, and the ASPCA had 3 dogs available when I went in there, and every one of them they were like, yeah, they're kind of mean. They don't really like guys, and I was like, oh fuck, like never mind. Went over to the pound, found like 10 dogs that were just nice as hell, and Bo ended up being the one I picked. But
Yeah. Well, the just so everybody knows that Justin's sitting in his car, just got done eating breakfast, and because he's got a short day today, he didn't want to drive home and back again, so he's sitting in his car for what, an hour and a half?
yeah, otherwise I would have spent 30 minutes of that just driving back and forth to work. So I didn't want to go home and sit for an hour and then come back. So
Right. Are you happy with your new tint job on your windows?
yeah, there's one little area on the back window where it's bubbled up, but he said just to bring it back if I found any issue. He said he wouldn't charge me to fix it. Other than that, yeah, they look good. There.
Well, that's good. Yeah, Brenda says she spends a lot of time with her. I think she was there for a couple hours again yesterday. But they're scheduled to neuter her tomorrow, and so then she's hoping to bring her home Sunday.
Hello.
Hey, Tim.
Hello. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Why have I been silenced?
You don't remember your ranting and raving going on?
Yeah, I do remember. I'm not a drunk, Paul.
I didn't say you were drunk, but as you were ranting and raving.
I was ranting and raving, and I was pretty much sticking up for somebody, and I was saying the truth about shit, and I was silenced. I just want to know why I was silenced.
I just told you.
Because I was ranting and raving, okay. And everybody calls me a drunk and everything, and I'm this and that.
Well,
but
who called you a drunk?
everybody. Justin called me a drunk. Everybody called me a drunk. Justin said, "Oh, that's what alcohol does to you." I've been listening, Paul. Though that you can block me from the chat, I can't talk in the chat because Justin blocked me because he has your account ID and he can block everybody. I can't talk in the chat, but nobody likes the truth. The way y'all treat TJ, it's shit.
Hey, back up a minute, Tim.
Yeah, back up.
I've talked to TJ on the phone, and TJ says that he had nothing to do with what you were saying.
He didn't have nothing to do with it, Paul. No, he did not have nothing to do with it.
So what you were ranting and raving about, it was your opinion. TJ was all in for it.
Right. No, it was my opinion. Because for the last 5 years, y'all been treating TJ like a fucking joke. Like how y'all treated me for 8 years. I've been the blunt at everybody's fucking joke for the last 8 years.
Well, the best thing to do, Tim, is just to delete my
See what I mean?
Live stream and don't come on.
See what I mean? You want to silence me again?
Well, this isn't a free open market. I let you come back on here, but if you're going to complain and carry on, no, don't come in here.
8 years, Paul. 8 years, Paul. And this is why I get silenced? Wow.
Well,
I've been the blunt of everybody's joke for 8 years. Blunt of everybody's joke. I'm the drunken fool. Justin even has back at his live streams when I was the host of his live streams. Look at him. I was the fucking blunt of his joke. I was a mockery of his fucking live stream. Everybody's live streams. Justin's, Matt's, fucking everybody. Everybody's live stream. Rogers, everybody's. I was the blunt.
Well, if you got a problem, my suggestion is just don't get on YouTube.
You don't have a problem. I don't get on YouTube? No. I'm going to worry about my channel, and I'm going to go and play gaming.
Okay.
But I just want to ask you a question. I want to know, why was I silenced in the chat?
Because of the ranting and raving that you were doing and using curse words and everything else and just calling everybody names.
Because I called people out?
you have the right to do whatever you want, but not on this channel. There's young people and other people watching this channel.
I talked to a lot of people, Paul, in the last 3 weeks. They've been sending me messages. I've been getting inundated in questions and answers. Yeah, it's unreal, bro. Unreal. 8 years, Paul. But I do want to thank you for helping me out with the Starlink. I want to help you I want to thank you graciously for that. But for all the people that I helped and I gave money to throughout the 8 years, and they turned my back or turned their back on me, I feel like a dickhead. It's a shame, Paul. It's a shame. But it's all good. It's all good. You learn who your true friends are and you see their true colors, Paul. Because I know it wasn't you that blocked me from the chat. I know it was Justin. Justin has your information to get and block me from the chat. And he blocked both of my channels. He blocked me from his channel. So I know it wasn't you. So I'm not going to blame you, Paul, at all. But through all this, this is unreal.
My only suggestion, Tim, is just to carry on, put this all in the past, and don't worry about it.
I am. But I just don't understand. For 8 years, we've been friends. Then all of a sudden, these newcomers come in and you block me, bro. Seriously. Paul, I stuck with you through everything. Can you remember?
No, I can't.
You can't remember. Yeah, you must. I was here before Justin. I was here before a lot of fucking people on this chat. Then all of a sudden, you let Justin block me from the chat. Justin wasn't even here when we met, Paul.
Well, this conversation isn't getting any better. I can see that.
I just want to know why, bro. I mean, I'm trying my best. You know, I thought we were friends, but obviously not.
Obviously,
I chose you over Roger, and maybe I made a mistake.
Yeah, you probably made a mistake. You should go get a hold of Roger. Tell him you're sorry for the mistake you made.
Wow, Paul. Really?
Yep.
Wow. All the nice things you said to me throughout the years, were they just a lie?
No, this is a climax of all the years, I would guess.
This is a climax?
You would have never ranted and raved on anybody else's channel.
Really?
Ever.
Really?
Really.
I went off on a lot of channels, bro, throughout the years.
Not like this.
More than this, actually.
So, Tim, my suggestion is you just say goodbye and we'll part friends.
Wow, Paul. Wow, Paul. That's a shame. Yeah, Sunstar, I saw your true colors. But that's a shame, Paul. We've been friends for 8 years. And you're doing this. That's a shame.
Yep.
Wow.
All good things come to an end.
Really?
Okay, Tim, you have a great life. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Justin.
Hey, Ed, how's it going?
I don't think his volume's working.
Oh, Ed's isn't? Okay.
Or is the microphone?
So how much more time you got to sit in the car? An hour or what? It's 9 o'clock. What do you got to get on the bus about 11 or 11:30?
No, 10:30.
10:30. Okay.
I still got an hour, 45 minutes or something like that, or an hour and a half. What time is it? 9 o'clock.
It is 9:10 a.m. here on the East Coast, which you are.
I don't know if Ed's volume or microphone's working.
Ed?
Doesn't
Yeah,
sound
Morning,
good.
guys. Can you hear me?
Oh, there he is.
yeah, we can hear you now.
Sorry about that, guys.
How are you this morning, Ed?
Doing very good, thanks.
Good.
And you and Justin?
Justin's waiting to
Oh,
go
I'm
back
good.
to school to work.
I'm good. I'm having a good day. It's a short day today and then start of vacation.
Oh, nice.
And we got 9 days off for vacation, so.
Nice. Enjoy it. Spring break?
Oh.
Yep.
I only get 2 days off because of weather.
Why is it raining or snowing? Cool.
Oh, we're gonna rain tomorrow. We got enhanced 4 tornado risk, everything.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Good morning, Jim. How you doing? And Ken fix stuff.
Good morning, everyone
Yeah.
in the chat.
No, that's JDF, yeah.
Yep, JDS.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's up,
Trevor, how you doing, Trevor?
So I guess no fun for
Brenda
you,
said
Joe,
hi
right?
to Captain Joe.
Hello, everybody. I'm glad I missed the drama.
Well,
I was listening to it.
he was. I think he was planning on continuing it on, and it just then.
Well, and he was slurring pretty good, so
Well, I don't know what he just for some reason has gone off. So
yeah, I know.
so you got to take any pictures this morning, Joe? Or
You're not listening. I told you 2 days off.
yeah, I know you're taking 2 days off, but I didn't know if you had anything private going on, or
No, nothing.
you and Johnny gonna fly or anything?
We flew a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I know you did.
I don't know if we're gonna. Probably not today. Overcast. Weather's getting ready to get bad.
Oh, that's
Why
right.
so
You got some severe weather coming your way, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, Captain Joe, how you feeling after your big tests yesterday?
I got everything done.
Nice.
I did everything yesterday. I got my test done. The test was easy. That was, I didn't have to drink that crap they gave me last time to drink. They said they don't do it anymore. That's the difference in a year and a half. So went in and the technician wasn't as nice as the ones before. I had usually 2 of them in there, and they were real friendly, real pretty. This one was pretty, but she wasn't friendly. She had resting bitch face on most of the time. But she didn't like her job. But my test was only 20 minutes in a tube. But I had to sit there an hour and 15 minutes for all the radioactive. You sit in the room and you get this thing shot in you, and then you look down and it says, caution, radioactive material. And you're sitting next to it for an hour. You know? So something's wrong with that picture.
Good morning, Lance.
Morning, Paul.
Are you?
And I tell you,
What are you up to? Are you on your way to school, or you got the day off?
On the way to school
Okay.
because today is.
Pizza day.
That's right. I may stop at the Tacoma Dome and fly here in about 5 minutes. We'll see what the weather is when I get there.
Well, Joe's got a couple days off and he's kind of bored. It looks like. Are you bored, Joe?
I'm no way. No bored. I'm not bored.
How's the
You
pupper
sound-
dogs, Joe?
He sounds salty to me.
Yeah. I got things I could do. I've got to do a basketball program to put it together. The highlights. So I got things to do the next 2 days.
Justin's sitting Justin's sitting in his new wheels at the bus terminal, waiting for the afternoon run.
But actually, I'm sitting behind McDonald's.
Oh,
I can go
are you?
back over
Okay.
there.
Oh, he's using the free Wi-Fi.
I can use the Wi-Fi on the bus for free. All our
Oh,
buses
cool.
have Wi-Fi. I could just pull into the bus yard and pick up any one of them.
Wow. Do you ever see anybody parked out in the driveway or something using your Wi-Fi?
Probably. I mean, it's all the buses use the same password, and they're printed on big things inside the bus, so you know what the
Okay.
password is. They're not like hidden or anything.
Do they
Just
tell the
open
kids
them.
the password?
Yeah, there's a big placard inside the bus that tells them what the name of the Wi-Fi network is and what the password is.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's
So-
not like it's like hidden or it's a secret or anything.
So
It's
the
for
kids,
the kids.
the kids can use their tablets and their phones on the bus, right?
Well, actually, I have about 3 or 4 kids that sit on their school laptops and do their homework while they're on the bus. So
Oh,
That's
really?
what I was gonna say. That's how they can do their homework and research. Huh?
it does get
TikTok.
used though. Well, one of the buses that I have are all advanced kids that are in advanced courses and stuff. They actually, it's a transfer bus, and they're all in a program for advanced kids. So they go to a Winter Haven High School where my son and daughter go, and they go there because they have a special program there for that. So
Hey,
those
TJ.
those kids actually take their schooling very seriously. When you talk to them about it, every one of them is very serious about doing their schooling and all that.
So what you're saying is they're in classes your kids aren't, right?
No, Thomas is in no, Kelsey's not in any advanced classes.
I was
Thomas
messing
is.
with you, Justin. Messing with you.
No, I'm saying, I'm being serious. Thomas is in advanced classes.
That's good.
He's old.
Go ahead.
Thomas has nailed the last 3 years. Thomas has taken the state test. He's completely damn near aced it every time.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear they take after Sarah. I'm gonna get it in some kind of way. I'm gonna find a way to get it in.
Thomas is really smart.
That's the rest.
Thank goodness for
Justin.
genetics, right?
Mhm.
Justin, were you good at school? If you don't mind me asking.
I was pretty good in school, yeah. I didn't have any issues in school.
I don't mean your grades. I mean like behave.
Did you
like,
behave
know.
in school? Did you get in fights or?
Middle school and elementary, I was pretty good. High school, I did get in a little trouble here and there. I wasn't too bad.
Oh, I was bad. I was bad at high school.
I did do some crazy shit when I was in high school, though. That could have gotten me in a lot of trouble, but I never got caught.
I got suspended from high school for like 6 months. I grabbed a nail gun. I was in the wood class. I grabbed a nail gun and I started shooting nails at this guy that wanted to fight me. He was bigger than me.
So you so in shop you grabbed the nail gun and started shooting at him?
Yeah.
So
Missed him,
Ed,
though.
That's a pretty good idea.
Ed was trying to get a murder charge. Jesus, that guy needs suspension.
Yeah. At that time, I didn't think of that, bro.
That's a pretty good idea, though. I like that.
Yeah. My parents got called to the school. Oh, yeah, man. 6 months suspended.
Well,
No,
he
there
was, he was going to try and beat your ass, and you grabbed the nail gun, right?
Yeah, he was bigger than me. He was a big boy. So there was this thing, the thing that was closer to me was a nail gun. So I just thought,
Ping, 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 huh?
There was 2
Yeah,
years
but-
in a row. I had actually, because some of our teachers had teacher assistants, which were just students, like the goody two shoe students, that would help them out, like in a
Teaching
classroom or
assistants,
something.
yep.
Yeah, they get like extra credit for it. And 2 of them I used to pay for finals answers, and then I would sell 'em. I'd give the TA $50, and then I had a girl that knew how to do the like micro writing. She could write really small, and she would write them on these like little leaflet things. And we would always make them to where one would be like a 75% pass, one would be like an 83, so they weren't always right. Some of
They
the
weren't the
answers were
same.
perfect.
Yep. Okay.
That way everybody didn't score 100%, and they were like, what the fuck happened? And so you didn't know which one you were getting. It was just random, but you would get a passing grade. And I used to sell those for like $20 or $25, I think it was, a piece.
And cheaper to study.
Yeah, I was a little bit of a Ferris Bueller in school, in high school.
he was giving out fake IDs.
No, I knew a guy though that made me a California ID when I was in 12th grade. Said I was 21, even though I didn't look 21. He made some really good fakes though, I'll tell you that back then. These days it's a lot harder because all the holographic stuff they put on there, and it's a lot harder these days to make fake IDs.
I didn't get in trouble in high school, but in junior high I got suspended 4 times. The most serious was when I threw the guy out the 2nd floor window.
Holy shit.
I got suspended 2 or 3 times in high school and like once in middle school.
Captain Joe, I thought mine was bad. Oh,
Hey,
yours
Mark
is
White,
worse.
how you doing? Here comes Mark.
Well, we had a guy that was like the school bully. And I played football and I didn't give a damn about nobody. And he come in one day in the class and he pushed me. I said, dude, you crazy? Like that? He said, oh, you want some of this? And started to push on me. So I picked him up and threw him out the window. And I forgot we were on the 2nd floor. Yep, threw him right through the window too.
Did he get hurt?
Well, it was the 2nd floor, that when you went down 1 story, it was in the middle of the school was a roof because that's where not the auditorium, the lunchroom was. So he just fell 1 story down on the roof. He was bruised up a little bit.
They're really strict about fighting these days at schools. They have that 0 tolerance policy. And even if you're defending yourself, if you hit each other, you're both getting suspended. They don't put up with that crap.
They have that here too.
Yeah, they've gotten really strict about fighting the last like 10, 15 years.
If 2 people
DJ's
are
off
fighting,
today.
they get assault charges.
Hey Joe, I just watched an amazing video that even beat Paul finding his Air 2S.
What was it?
You remember Dustin Dunhill did a range test on the Mini 4 Pro about a year and a half, 2 years ago,
Right.
and it didn't make it back and landed in trees, and he searched for weeks and couldn't find it. A hiker has found it.
Wow.
2 years it's been sat up a tree, and then it's fallen down in high winds.
Did it have his information on it or something? Is that how he found it?
Oh, he knew about it. He was a drone flyer. He was flying his Neo and his Air 3S around at the time while he was hiking. So he'd seen it and he knew it. He knew it was Dustin's. So he got in touch with him and told him. And Dustin met him out there and everything. And all it's got is a broken arm. And the battery was dead.
I wonder what the weather was like though. If it's like if it got rained on or anything like that.
Oh, it's been through 2 winters of snow. He lives in Arizona, doesn't he?
Yep.
Well, it depends on what part of Arizona you live in, though, too.
Almost. Almost.
No,
on
he
the-
lives in New Mexico, I thought.
Is it?
Yeah, I thought it was New Mexico.
Oh, it
I
might
thought it
be.
was New Mexico too, but I could be wrong.
Because I know when he's flown his rain tests, he's actually flown over his mum's cabin, and his mum's cabin's in Arizona, so he must be pretty close to the border, I suppose.
I'm pretty sure we looked this up like a couple months ago on Facebook.
Yeah,
I think it was New
he's near
Mexico
a-
he was in.
He's near a concrete plant, isn't he?
That answers a lot.
Yeah, well, I don't know. But
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm almost positive
he-
we looked that up a couple months ago, and he was in New Mexico.
he took the
Either way, he
battery
probably
out.
got rained on anyway.
He took the battery out of it when he got home, put it in a charger, and it started charging. So when it got a bit of
Oh, that's
charging,
crazy.
when it got a bit of charge in it, he put it in the drone, and the drone fired up, and the gimbal was all right.
Oh, wow.
So it's just got a broken arm, so he's going to send it back to DJI and get it fixed.
Which they'll just end up sending him another one.
Probably.
It'd be nice if he could tell them just fix the arm and send it back
Yeah,
to me.
because I want that one. He's got.
Yes, I want to
Yeah.
test it again. Yeah.
Because I think that was the one that they sent him to test in the first place.
But see, the problem is they're going to tear it apart, and if they see anything wrong with it, they're going to fix it anyway. So
Yeah.
he would have to like get a hold of somebody and be like, "I just want the arm fixed. Don't touch anything else. It's for a test."
Yeah.
But if he just
Well, I'm
sends it
pretty
off
sure
to
they
them, they're
would.
just going to send him another one.
They would do that if he asked them. I'm sure they would, because of the amount of stuff that he does for them.
Yeah, they might.
I mean, he gets everything they bring out.
Gotta let me talk this time. Just wondering if I'm going to be silenced all the time. I'm slurring, like Joe said.
Oh, it's Tim, hi, Tim.
Yeah, hi, Mark. Hi, Joe. Thought you were my friend, but I'm always
Trevor.
slurring.
That's just your southern drawl.
You're muted, Joe. So if you want to speak the truth, say it now. You're muted.
I'm speaking the truth. You're slurring.
I have a question.
It's either that or a southern drawl, one or the other.
Yeah, but if he could send it off and tell him just to fix the arm. Actually, he should get a hold of one of the guys in the drone community that fixes drones and tell him just to fix the arm.
Yeah. I mean, it
Well,
wouldn't be.
except for the
They'd
fact
probably-
except for the fact that the drone was sent to him by DJI, so that
In the
he
first place, yeah.
in the first place, so do a review. They
Yeah.
would want it back, you know.
Although I would tell
no,
them,
they
let's
don't.
do a review. You just fix the arm, and we'll see how it did after 2 years in the tree.
Yeah. I think they'd do that for that publicity of the fact that it's been sat there for 2 years, just to show how hardy they are. Yeah.
Why are you silencing me?
And my nerve.
Why?
Every fucking
Why? You don't want to hear the truth?
Yeah.
I don't know how to handle that, Justin.
I think it's best just leaving it be, Tim, really.
Yeah, and Tim needs to leave it go.
We know how you feel, but I think really it's best if it's just left now. then there's no aggro.
I can lock the meeting for you, Paul. Just nobody will be able to come in unless they ask you. I think I can do it from my phone. I don't know. I don't know what settings I have. Don't ever go live on here.
Who you worried about coming in?
Oh yeah, it's on there. You can lock. I can lock it for you.
Okay, and they have to request.
Well, it's not ever. Well, hold on.
Yeah, anybody anybody that comes in, you have to say okay to. And Trevor,
There you go. I'll turn the waiting room on, and that way people can still try to come in.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to approve it. It's gonna pop up on your screen, or I think anybody who's co-host too, it will pop up, and they can hit approve or deny. I think is what it is.
I mean, I kind of feel bad. I used to enjoy him being around, but it's like he's changed.
Who's that, Paul?
Him.
Just
No.
What time is it over there right now? Nighttime, right?
Yeah, it's dark.
it would be 9:30,
Yeah, he's probably
11:30.
drinking. That's what it is.
it's
11:30.
Because he sounds slurring. I put it like this: if I pulled
Yeah.
him out of a car like that, I'd be doing all kind of tests on him to see if he was drunk.
it's almost midnight
My
Friday
son
night.
would have probably locked him up just
Yeah.
by slurring.
Well, it should be 11:30 there.
Yeah, somebody stepped on his parade. I don't know what's going on.
Well, he made the comment earlier that he's been getting all kinds of notifications from other people about how bad we are.
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
heard
about
it.
that.
Those are just the typical YouTube troublemakers, you know?
I think the main thing he keeps going on about is the way Paul sort of takes the mickey out of TJ, even though it's all in fun, and we all know
TJ said, "Damn, Joe. Hey, sometimes somebody triggers the Marine, dude."
that.
Hey, I was getting ready to reach under my desk, but I remember I couldn't show a gun. He even sent,
Trevor.
he even sent
Good
me something
morning,
on
all.
Facebook asking me. He said, "So I'm slurring. What's that mean?" So
Yeah, going. Well, I'm not going to that subject. Let's go back to the previous one in regard to drones that get stuck up in trees.
how about them
for 2
drones?
years. We had a case where we had got called out to actually fly an area to go and find a drone that had actually that belonged to a government department that actually got misplaced, and that ended up in a tree. But that had been there for nearly a month and a half, and DJI drones are very good at being able to take heaps of rain, bad weather, and stuff like that, and even to a degree, a sizable fall without damaging themselves.
Yeah.
You got to be unlucky to with the fall for it to actually break an arm, but yeah, they're built reasonably tough. And yeah, they had to find this drone because it was a case that for them to claim it from DJI and get the repairs done and stuff like that, they needed the drone. And the insurance company, were being a bit of a pain in the neck. So, yeah, we spent half a day searching, and we located it up a tree. It was the case that the pilot lost visual line of sight of the drone, but he wasn't where he thought he was.
Well, this was about 100 feet away from where the Find My Drone said it would be.
Yes. Well,
But
that can happen.
He'd searched the area for a couple of weeks afterwards, even with his Air 3S, going around all the trees checking for it, and he couldn't see it anywhere. But don't forget, it was only a Mini 4 Pro.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things. The Find My Drone works on the last received location from the drone.
Yeah.
And that might be up to a minute out, because what actually happens is the drone doesn't constantly send its latitude and longitude to the remote controller. It only
true,
does.
It'll be every so often. Yeah.
It's every so often, and you can actually travel a fair distance in a minute, and most people can well testament to, especially if they're sitting in sports mode doing 80 kilometers an hour or whatever.
He was almost on 0 battery. That's why he lost it. It went into forced landing.
Well, the Find My Drone sounds like it was right. It was just 100 feet up in the tree.
Well, that's the point, yeah.
Well, and I think when you do use the Find My Drone, doesn't it also give you on the indication at the height that it's at? You know how, like, when you come down, it goes 2 feet, 3 feet, but 45 feet or whatever?
But
no,
it just gives you the GPS coordinates.
It just tells you where it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but if he's connected to the drone, it should give him the altitude that it's sitting at.
But that requires
him. But that requires him to be connected to the drone.
But the fact that the battery charged up after 2 years, and the drone started up.
Oh yeah, it's a great item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bo, what you doing?
Because most DJI drones are actually tested to actually fly in snow-like conditions and stuff like that they get in China, and they're also your enterprise drones are IP rated to a degree, so they can induce a fair bit of water before they well and truly fall out of the sky. You'd have to be flying in monsoon type conditions to actually take in enough water to cause the drone to malfunction. But even your Mavics and things like that, they've taken a lot of precautions, because they're aware that there's people that like flying through fog, which means that the drone passing air through it actually ingests a lot of moisture. They've done a lot of work to make sure that doesn't become a problem.
Well, the fact that it was up a tree meant that any water that hit it would just run off it, rather than it being sat in a puddle or something.
Yeah. I wouldn't go ahead and say that the pools that's sitting out at the bottom of the water underneath the bridge, if they recovered that would start straight away. I think there's certain things on the boards, that would go. Things like that they've got a small onboard battery, which is a small little lithium battery that actually keeps a heap of the settings and stuff like that. If that actually gets salt water around it, lo and behold, it will go within a short amount of time.
Like the one on a computer board that keeps the BIOS.
Yeah, that same type of thing, but it's very, very small. It's soldered on part, and it just holds all the settings within the actual drone itself that you actually set. they are a well thought after and well engineered piece of equipment. DJI drones. They're not done on the cheap. That's why they're so expensive. But yeah, but at least by going and searching for this drone, we were able to use the appropriate ribbing of the other person about losing his drone in the first place. But yeah, that's our payment for the day. To actually give him a good ribbing for misplacing his drone. But yeah, a very expensive enterprise drone it was. So one would say it's not something you can quickly write off. It's not like you've just lost a little mini free or whatever. Where while that would be sad to actually lose one of those, it wouldn't be. It's not $18,000 replacing it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how is the weather going your way, Paul?
It's a little chilly. It's 39 degrees, but it's partly sunny.
Yeah, but I don't know about you guys, but about this time we normally started to chuck some warmer weather back your way, so you start getting used to it, etc., and then you go into a summer and get nicely heated up. Well, today is going to be 39 degrees centigrade, which is well over your 100. We haven't seen a single drop of rain here for the whole since we had about 2 drops of rain fall out of the sky in January.
Hi, Laura.
So it's getting really, really bad. Kind of where we have. I'm starting to notice the heat. I'm getting over it now. I've had my summer. I would like to give you back the heat so that you can have the summer over.
What's up, Laura? Sorry, I can't see the chat, so if you're talking crap to me.
Laura's probably having a wonderful day.
I was asking Brenda how she was.
Okay. Normally,
TJ, he's off today. He should be on.
Yep. TJ is sitting at home, I would imagine.
Come on the panel, TJ.
Yeah, I forgot to put a card in my Mavic 3, so I had only had 8 gigs of space to fly. I hate it when that happens.
I know.
Don't you have a card permanently in your controller?
And I recorded my controller, yeah. So I got that.
Why didn't you put the card in the controller in the drone?
There you go. And one reason is it's a slower card.
Yes.
And so it buffers, I put a real slow card in
slow
the
one.
controller.
Right, okay.
I don't need a fast one there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I do 4K. Yeah. I always keep a spare 4. I put the same one in the drone as I do in the controller. That way, if I do forget, I've got one.
And I had one. I was just too lazy to land it and put it in. Like send it, leave it up. I'll use the internal. 'Cause I had the one that I had in there was in my pocket. I'd taken it out a couple days ago to do some editing.
Well, 8 gigs will get you about 20 minutes, won't it?
I did a hyperlapse, and it seemed to be full, and I only did a 2-second hyperlapse, so it wasn't long. And then I tried to do another 2-second. It said insufficient space. Got it? What? So
Yeah.
That was the moon last night before it got cloudy.
Now, Joe,
nice.
you know why the moon went so red?
That's the way the light reflects because of being blocked
No,
in shadow.
no, you've got it all wrong. It's getting sick and tired of all these landings on it that it got angry and we'll see
All the
some
landings have been in Arizona and Montana.
Here comes TJ now.
There's TJ.
Hey, TJ.
What's up, TJ?
Hey, TJ.
Hey,
What are we
TJ, are your
doing?
feelings hurt when
I,
pick
I,
on you?
I hate it when I like get stuck in the middle of like conversations and like people and stuff. It's like, fuck, man, I don't like too many people are like talking and getting in my head and shit. I'm just like, man, I don't know what to say.
Don't
Well,
worry about it, TJ.
TJ, has anybody contacted you telling you you've been abused or?
No, yeah, because Tim and Jonathan, I guess they thought. I mean, I don't really think nothing of it. And you know, like I can't like when somebody says something funny, I'm sitting here laughing, carrying on. I can't help that shit. Like everything's funny to me, and like I guess they thought y'all were making fun of me or whatever. But I didn't really think nothing of it. You know, y'all are laughing with me and like not at me or whatever. Like I don't really think I don't think otherwise. Like I don't know why they thought.
We love you, TJ.
I mean, like,
I love you as much as this great cup of coffee here. This coffee is pretty good.
I'm glad you didn't say tea, Joe.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. But
Yeah,
yeah, man, I don't know. I just I let too many people get in my head. I'm just like, fuck. And
Well,
then,
it's not nobody's getting in your head.
TJ is my friend.
Yeah,
If you're getting put, no, it's you're
TJ is
getting
my
put in the
friend.
middle of something you didn't ask for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Tim and Jonathan are messaging me back and forth and shit. And I'm just like, ugh.
Well, you and I have talked, TJ, and we're
we talk on here, but like you're not like when the way of like Facebook Messenger and stuff. Like I sent you like a couple messages like a long time ago, but never responded back. I guess you're not like.
He never looked at Messenger.
I don't use Messenger.
Yeah, I know.
You don't feel left out because I've got a whole bunch of messages. I just go in and delete them all, you know?
No, but there was 2 times that I did contact TJ and asked him if he was upset about something that was said.
Yeah.
And he always told me no. Whether that's just TJ being nice and don't want to, is not being confrontational, but I've actually reached out to you twice on the phone where I actually called and talked to you on the phone.
Yeah. Well, no, I
Both
think
times
we just
you told me you didn't have an issue.
I think we've just messaged each other. I don't remember talking on the phone on
I
Messenger.
talked to you twice. Yeah, I talked to you twice on the phone.
Oh yeah, okay.
I remember talking to you. I called you one day because it was like this was a while back though. I mean, this was over a year ago.
Yeah.
Where something I don't even remember what exactly it was over, but something was said, and I got a little worried that you might have gotten offended by it, and I called and talked to you. And you told me you were fine.
Come on, Justin. You've got to remember yesterday, TJ couldn't remember whether he bought his car new or used. How's he going to remember?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, yeah, it was when we were trying to find the title for his car.
Oh, yeah. I actually did find it like a few days afterwards. I was like, oh, it was in a binder like the whole entire time. Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, this is David and Laura in bed.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah. Paul used to play that about every 5 minutes. Yeah. And I got really pissed off last night when I was going to bed. I went in the kitchen and I could hear water. I'm going, what the hell? And one of the pipes, one of the feed pipes has gone behind me washing machine. So I had to turn the water off and then take the washing machine out this morning. And I'm going to have to go and buy a new pipe.
Go lay down, go lay down. Go. Come on, Loki, go lay down.
Yeah. Whose Uncle Pee-Pee Pants entered the waiting room?
Oh, that's Bill, Uncle Bill.
Oh, is that who it is?
Oh, yeah.
You got to
Yeah,
admit him if it's asking. You just say, yeah.
Yeah, because of his what's it?
You got to watch it?
Yeah, because of his operation he's had. He's having
Oh,
to
yeah, that's right.
what's it,
That's
isn't
right. Still trying to wake up.
Yeah, I think TJ said he had knee surgery yesterday, and I had to think about that. I was
Hey,
like,
Bill, how you
I
feeling?
didn't say anything.
Uncle Bill.
Hey, what's up? Okay.
Yeah, he was talking about the boat ride yesterday being canceled. He said Bill had knee surgery. I was like, wait a minute, I don't think that's what it was.
Yeah, no, it's not quite the right place. Yeah.
A little higher than that.
I bet he'd rather it was knee surgery.
I heard this music at bump, 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 but then I could swear I could smell fish.
Well, that was a self-portrait that David and Laura did over in England.
Well, the smell of the chip made it all the way over here, and the fish. Let alone the peas on toast. Anyway, I meant to turn my camera off. But... What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Turn this camera off so I can get up. Nothing. Trying to relax and rest. I'm going back to work Monday. Although the doctor set up, he said no restrictions on the 27th. That's like a month. I can't go. I got to go to work.
Well, you don't have to. You just want to.
Heavy like DJ.
What's
I heard everybody makes fun of you or something.
I guess I don't know, man. I guess Jonathan and Tim thought. I mean, I didn't really think anything of it, you know. Like when I said just a few minutes ago, like when I'm laughing and giggling and carrying on, everybody's laughing with me, not at me. So like
same thing with him. I don't want to continue this because I usually like the guy. I didn't like what he had to say earlier. We all bust each other's chops.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all kid each other, you know. And it's up to us to set parameters. We kid you because you got a funny laugh. You do. I mean, that doesn't mean we don't like you or love you or whatever.
TJ has a unique laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
With the side of compliment.
With the side of clapping, yeah.
The way you laugh and the way you put all your joy into everything, and we love that. You know, we like it and we kid you about it. But that doesn't mean we don't like you or care about it. We all
if y'all didn't.
Well, what you have to do, TJ, is just tune out those other people that are giving you the shit and just say, no, forget it.
Yeah.
I used to drink on my channel a little bit too much. Used to. And when I'd slur or I'd sound a little, people bust my chops about it and kid me about it. You know what I did? I drank a little less, you know, on the channel, and I made sure I wasn't drunk online. Why ever bother? And but it didn't piss me off. It was just the truth, you know.
You know,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. We kid each other. We make fun of each other. We make fun of Paul's inability to turn on a computer without a tour guide.
Without a figure,
No.
yeah.
Without a tour guide.
Well, I don't, Bill, I don't know what I'd do on here without you. Well, everybody that helps me, because the older I get, every day goes by, my mind gets a little bit less.
You know, I still to this day don't even know how the fuck you started a YouTube channel and connected Zoom to it. It still blows my fucking mind.
Well, that's because I did it a long time ago, back when I was cognitive, you know?
Cognitive? Yeah, that'll work.
Really?
And Paul, you haven't lost the skills. They've done, it's just your brain's indexing system has actually got a few bugs in it and needs to re-index.
Diminished, yep. Jim's kidding you, TJ.
Yeah.
Because Jim has told me privately he just loves to see you on the channel.
Yeah, I know he does.
No, you bring a little joy into our lives, TJ.
That's right.
It's always a pleasure.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, Uncle Bill.
TJ ought to be telling everybody, for the lighter side of life, tune in to TJ.
We may kid you and like that, but you make us smile, so we appreciate having you around.
No, I appreciate
And we like
that.
Thank you. We just, but you've got your strengths and weaknesses like anybody else. Like, the ability to remember to charge your batteries before you go.
Yeah. That's funny.
We wouldn't make fun of it, but there it is.
Yeah.
But that's it. Screw them. People can't take a joke. For example, TJ, you still look like the lead singer of Queen.
of Queen, yeah.
Mercury thing going this morning with the hair and the mustache.
Yeah, I had to trim it yesterday because it was becoming a waterfall over my lip.
Well, the other thing he did, Bill, I don't know if you heard him. He was getting his neck shortened, and so.
Yeah, I got my neck trimmed yesterday.
He goes into the barber and says, "Just take about a half inch off."
Half inch off.
On you.
That's what I do once a month with my circumcision. I'm still down to the knees.
You gotta hope. You said you're on your knees after the circumcision? What?
Or to lock your keys in your yeah. Dude,
That's what he said, he locked
I
his
hate
keys.
when I do things like that. I locked my keys in my car in the trunk of my car one day.
Well,
And I did-
TJ was telling us that he was on his knees, but he's got 3 knees.
The left knee, the right knee, and the wee knee.
Dan Lance is out in the sunshine finally.
Yeah, I'm shooting a hyperlapse. It's going to be a beautiful sunrise. So I'm out at the school, out at the rock pile, and getting a hyperlapse here.
This one.
There you go. Look at that, TJ.
With that.
He's on a roll.
Oh, his face when he opened Messenger.
funny. That's hilarious. My knee surgery. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's funny. That's pretty funny. A kickstand. That's hilarious. That's funny.
I tell you what, I don't mess with TJ. You know why? He got a potato gun.
Yeah, that's right. I got my potato gun. Messing with me, get blasted with a tater.
It'd be hard to dodge a potato coming at you.
Oh goodness.
You could always get one of those deals that you slice the potatoes like French fries, and when he shoots it at you, just put it up there and you can make a bunch of fries.
Yeah.
Potato salad.
There you go.
Yeah, that too.
You could see a skit where somebody shoots their potato gun and potato salad comes out. I couldn't find any whole potatoes.
That'd be fun. Don't give TJ any ideas.
Oh, that's funny.
You could. I'm just thinking a lunch wagon idea. You know, they just shoot the food onto your plate.
Oh yeah. Here it comes. Hold your plates out, everybody.
You have like PVC coming out of, and you just put the plate underneath. It goes.
Yeah, just shoot it up in the air, and then you have to hold your plate until it comes down and lands on it.
It's raining spuds. Hallelujah.
It's raining spuds.
Yeah, I think you might have a little bit of trouble getting insurance for that type of delivery method.
Well, we'll give you a problem. One or two. Now, my editor last night told me I had to have the pictures in by 10 o'clock. He don't even have them up yet.
Gotta jump off.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll catch
All
y'all
right,
later.
Justin, we'll see you.
Okay, we'll see you, Justin. You have a good
Later, Justin.
Don't
have a
forget
good
to pay
bus
attention.
ride.
Yeah, don't
Have a
forget
good
to pay attention to your
Justin.
waiting room.
Yeah, okay.
All right. And the chat too.
And the chat too. Okay.
All right, later.
Oh shit.
So I thought, Joe, you were actually having a couple of days off.
Yeah, the weather's bad. I had a parade to shoot tomorrow, but they postponed it. No when. But I'll go back on Sunday. I'll be shooting again.
Right. So you call this in front of your computer uploading images non-work then?
Yeah.
Hey, here comes Matt.
This isn't work. Trust me.
What's up, Matt?
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Matchster.
Hey, how are you, boys? Been a while.
Yes, it has been. We missed you.
I know. Well, I don't know you
Speak
missed
for
me.
yourself.
Why would you? Hey, come
Joe
on.
says, "Speak for myself."
Come on, Joe. You've missed me, mate.
Yeah, you haven't gone live in a while.
No, I did 2 live shows last year. Fucking going mental on live shows. But it's been good. It's been good. It's been a good little break, actually, because, Paul does it every day, but, I did it we've been doing it for a long time too, but 5 years, I think, 5 or 6 years I was doing it. And I just got way too busy, man. And my Saturdays became pretty precious time-wise to what I was doing. And I just couldn't do a live show anymore because I was working a lot on Saturday too.
Are you still driving, Matt?
Yeah, I am actually. I knocked off tonight. It's been really busy actually because we had a cyclone here last week. and everything's shut down and what have you. And there, everything's going ballistic. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. I actually knocked off a little bit early tonight, which is good. I just asked them, I said, look, man, do you need me tonight or are you right? And they said, no, you can go home if you want. I said, see ya. So it's been really good. But yeah, a bit busy. And I haven't even started cleaning up outside yet. So I've got a lot of stuff to move around. I don't know, because, the wind runs amok in the backyard, and all this sort of stuff's all over the place. And but I haven't had time, because obviously work's been a bit hectic actually. But yeah, pretty good. It's not
Well,
too
you
bad.
obviously weren't in the center of the cyclone at any point, because otherwise, the stuff that moved from one side of the yard would have been moved back to the other side of the yard where it was originally at the end.
It does a 360 or 180. All right, so it's gone that way and it's come back again. Yeah, no, it wasn't too bad in Brisbane. I mean, the media has got a lot to answer for. The media, because they're just absolutely pathetic when it comes to that shit, and they panic people, and they really shouldn't have, because the north of Queensland get a Category 2 all the time, and no one hears anything about it. And to be quite honest, I've had worse storms in here that weren't cyclones, and everyone out and panic buying again, and toilet paper again. Why the toilet paper?
Yeah.
Come on.
Dude, that's crazy. Like when the damn coronavirus started coming around, everybody and anybody was just grabbing toilet paper off the shelves from the store. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Are they were they afraid that it was going to get in their butthole or something, or what the hell?
Retarded, mate, retarded. And this was only a Category 2. And you only start to really shit yourself when it's a Category 5. So that's when you need the toilet paper. There was no need for that shit, mate. And the media can go suck my balls, to be honest, because they've got a lot of ball for their bullshit, and they're sensationalizing the crap that goes on. Oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. Fuck off! You got no idea, you dickheads. Unbelievable. Anyway, that's my rant.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Matt,
Paul.
and also, don't all the stores sell out of everything?
Yeah, they do. They went mental.
Yeah.
And what they went mental on was perishables. And what happens in a cyclone? You lose your power.
Yep.
Right? So all the milk went, all the meat went. What are you going to do with it, you dickheads?
Well, now they have those big, huge the Generac generators that people are getting when when people lose power. They don't, like others don't have them, because they have those huge generators to generate their house with.
There are, absolutely, and especially when it comes to battery power and all that sort of stuff with solar and all that sort of shit. But you're getting fuck all solar when the cloud's 40,000 feet thick, right? So you're not charging your batteries.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, mate. Unbelievable. But anyway, that's my little rant there. So pissed off with people.
Hello, Sarah.
Actually, that one, Matt, did it actually cross the coast of the cyclone, or was it near enough to fizzled out before it actually finally did make landfall?
Okay, so what happened, right? And this is what they were advertising, right? It was Category 4. It was Category 4 2 weeks prior to it hitting us in the middle of the freaking ocean, right? It's not a Category 4 when it hits the ground. So anyway, they were hitting Category 2, right? And by the time it hit land, it was going to go to Category 1. Whoopee chook, mate. I can fart more air than that thing than can push out, right? Anyway, so this is what they were doing, and they were panicking people. I mean, the South Coast got absolutely nailed, which they would, because it's the south end of the cyclone. It's always going to get the whip, and it's always going to get more damage than what the center and the north will ever get. The center actually hit just north of Brisbane, which we're going to get bugger all. We get a bit of rain, we're getting a little bit of wind and all this sort of shit, but they panicked people, and they shouldn't have. They should be lined up and bloody shot with freaking fucking media, mate.
Yeah, but that's the media for you. That guy, especially well, it's got to be your ABC, because mine would be a lot better. But they think because they've got 24-hour news coverage of something, they've got to have something new every half hour.
That's right.
So that they go out and they make up the news.
Yeah.
On these types of events, and from a person who works with the emergency services, the amount of incidents that I've been to that I've thought, when I've come home and watched it on TV and thought, did I actually attend the same event?
Exactly.
It's just amazing. Is that the of course then you've got stations that are trying to put so many people presenters up on the same screen at the same time, going all with their little take on what's actually happening. I think they really overdid this one, ridiculous and ridiculously high, and
They did.
they panicked people that didn't need to be panicked. Yes, there was going to be people that were going to lose their power, but I've actually had storms down here that have taken out about as much as what you lost up there. And I don't live in a cyclone-prone area. So actually, yesterday our time, the fact that we haven't had any rain, etc., the whole of the York Peninsula went out, which was about 3/4 of the amount of people that actually got taken out in the upper New South Wales area without power, and there was not a single breath of air in the sky. So they're making a mountain out of a molehill.
Well, they are. In saying that, though, right, the South got absolutely hammered, right? Well, as I said, the whip got them, right? And it always does. The south side of a cyclone is always going to get fucked over. So the Gold Coast, and I mean, the Gold Coast is unrecognizable now. That's incredible. But they were telling everyone in Brisbane that it was going to be the same. Now, this is wrong, right? We knew it was going to be fucked up down south. Always is, always will be. But Brisbane is not going to get what the South was getting. And they were saying Brisbane was going to get it. Now, it's absolute bullshit. When you hit the eye of a storm, you ain't going to be nowhere near of what that South End is going to be cropping. And this is what they were doing. And people were just running around with it. They haven't learned freaking lessons from anything. Don't listen to the media. They're absolute fucking retards, mate. Geez, sorry, Paul. I haven't been on your channel for ages, and I'm swearing like a trooper. And
that's okay, Matt. You fit right in.
I'll put it down to the vodka. All right, I'll put it down to the vodka.
TJ usually is at the same old thing, but I think he's eating cereal right now.
Yeah, I'm having some cereal right now. So.
Show him your bowl of cereal, TJ.
Show me a bowl, mate.
Look at the size of that sucker.
That's pretty too. It's not only big, it's pretty. All right.
Yeah.
Should it be? I have a slightly bigger one. Should I put it in that one? It has my name on it. It says TJ cereal bowl. It's like a big, huge, like round or more bigger bowl.
Holy shit, dude! Hey, Laura, how are you, mate? Haven't seen you for a while on here.
Laura.
Sarah Stickley too. Hello, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah's in there.
Yep.
Unbelievable. How are you, Sarah? Photography. You for a long time, yeah.
Sarah Alleman Photography is 0.8
miles shut up.
Unbelievable.
I said Sarah, and the thing starts talking to me.
Crap ass, mate. Crap
Well,
ass.
that's because your little thing there knows about you talking to girls all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about that. But I'm actually going to nick off pretty soon, actually, because I'm going to go live. No, I'm not going to go live. I'm going to go.
Go live. Yeah, there you go. TJ will be right there.
I want TJ.
What's up, man? How you been?
I've been good. I'm good. I just loaded up a project in DaVinci because I wanted to color grade it and got to send it off to someone, and I can't find it. It's not in there. I don't know why. I've half color graded the thing and I can't find it.
Are you still doing the band thing? Are you still like rocking out and stuff?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Nice.
Still doing all that shit. We got rehearsals at the moment, so that's all good. We'll be heading out again, and we're playing at the Opera House in Sydney.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go wreck that joint for 3 hours and then walk away.
Now, do you get somebody to videotape your performance and post it or no?
Well, generally don't post it, but they do record it. They got HD video that they're working with now, and they're obviously all that sort of stuff. There's a production company involved with that. We were doing a television series of that actually, but then they knocked it on the head because Pink Floyd management said, "No, you can't do that. That's in breach of our copyright." So we said, "Shove it up your ass." So the documentary isn't going to go ahead, which kind of sucks. But anyway, that's one of those things. But anyway, we just keep playing and what have you like that. And people come up after the show and they want me to sign Pink Floyd albums. I'm not a member of Pink Floyd. I do a show.
Hey, there's Uncle Bill.
Fucking Bill, how
I've been
are
here the
you?
whole time. I was just listening to this riveting conversation.
Yeah, it's riveting, mate. Don't worry about that. So why are you interrupting me? Now shut up for a second. I've got more to say.
Okay.
All right. Only kidding, mate. Only kidding. How you going, Bill? Haven't seen you for a while,
How
mate.
you doing, man? You
Yeah,
know,
I'm
so we
going
got 2 members of Pink Floyd here. Not Pink
Apparently.
Floyd.
Apparently.
No, Queen. We got Queen and Pink Floyd. I still think he looks like Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury eating cereal.
Oh, that's fucking dead on too there, brother.
Got the classics here on Paul's channel.
Freddie Mercury eating cereal.
Got the whole fucking rock show going on, mate. TJ, seen you backstage, mate. How's Brian May going? Right?
Yeah.
He's going all right.
No.
Yeah, we're doing all right. Doing all right.
All right.
So Lance is wandering around. Are you lost, Lance?
Yep.
He's doing a time lapse from what I can gather from what I heard.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, okay.
Looks like he's lost.
He's doing a sunrise, yeah.
What'd you say, Lance?
I'm trying to stay warm. It's so cold out here.
Yeah, you're doing the sunrise there, Lance, eh?
I am, yes. Mount
Okay.
Rainier and Sunrise.
Have you got what drone you got going up there, mate?
The Mavic 3.
Mavic 3. Okay. Have you got that in auto or have you manually set the
I have it in
under?
Pro. I have it in Pro, so it's gonna of course gradually get lighter.
Yeah. Okay. See.
I got the I want the colors. I want the oranges and the pinks. So I put
Well,
it in
how come
Pro.
Lance? How come you didn't fly Joe's favorite drone, the Neo?
Keep that
I'm
thing.
waiting for him to come up and fly it with me.
Matt, are you gonna get the Neo?
No, I'm not going to. What the fuck? Why the hell would I get the Neo? Seriously. Yeah. I mean, it's okay, but I'd rather just fly the Spark because it does exactly the same thing. And I've got a Spark.
Spark's
there
better.
you go. Hey Matt, Justin said he messaged you.
Justin is a homosexual. Now, where are we?
He was sitting in his car because he's doing a half day the bus monitoring, and so he rather than drive back and forth an hour, he just sat in his car and had McDonald's.
Oh, that'd be freaking right too. That'd be freaking right.
But
Mark,
TJ,
how
when
are
you
you,
get done
mate?
with that cereal, are you going to put it on your head?
Oh,
so
there
you can get a
goes. There
haircut?
goes his face. Watch. There he goes. Whoa!
Holy fuck. You know what, mate? You can put that on your head and get a haircut like fucking Mo out of Three Stooges. Yeah.
Looks like it'd fit.
You know, it's funny because there's this buddy of mine who I talk to, and every time he calls me, I'll answer. You know how Shemp Howard, he always goes like that.
Holy
And he
shit,
says,
Max,
TJ, you could do that so well.
That's your mate.
So what?
That's your mate, is it? That's a friend of yours.
Yeah. He lives in Tampa, Florida, and we just giggle and carry on and make jokes and whatnot. So like every time I pick up and every time he calls, I'll answer with the Shemp Howard.
Well, your sound canceling was working good because as soon as you get the first me out, It just, we don't hear a word. All we see is your lips going like this.
You know, Three Stooges. You know, you got three conservative gimps. Maybe I should start a channel called Three Stooges.
There you go.
You know, could be me and TJ, and who wants to be the third stooge?
I'll be a third stooge.
There's actually, to be real about it, like there's actually 4 of them.
Yeah, because you got Shep.
There's more than 4.
And then there was that guy Joe.
Right.
Curly Joe.
Yeah, Curly
No,
Joe.
Curly and another one.
Curly Joe was a replacement for the original
Actually,
Curly.
Curly was actually, while Shemp was there in the Three Stooges, Curly was actually an extra in a few of their little skits.
The
right?
series, yeah.
Yeah. So Curly was there. Right, okay. So he was in the he was actually an extra in a lot of their stuff before Shemp left, and then Curly got the gig. Bit of trivia for you.
Yeah.
You zooming.
Well, so when are you gonna show this new show you're gonna do? You, Bill, and Matt and TJ.
But hang on a minute. Hang on, we got 3 involved. Righto. Bill, what are we doing, mate? We're going to start a new show up, are we?
The Three Stooges, and we just talk about the topics that affect Stooges. The topics of the day that affect us Stooges, you know.
Yeah, and put it on at the same time as Three Conservative.
Well, you got to tell everybody when you're going to premiere this Three Stooges show.
Why are you not zooming from the Xbox? I can't handle it. I can't zoom from the bloody Xbox. The only thing I can go live from the Xbox is Twitch, right? Which kind of sucks. Who the hell wants to watch Twitch? I don't. Anyway, I'd really like the fact that I can do. I would really like to go live from the Xbox, but I can't when it comes to YouTube. The only time I can go live, and I still got to do this too. I got to catch up with Mel, and I got to do more Flight Simulator lives with Mel because I really do. I like flying with Mel. He's a bit of a laugh, the old boy. He does a lot of that RC stuff now with his little 4-wheel drive things and what have you. He does. It's really cool. But I'd like.
Does he live near you?
Mel?
Mel
lives near Lloyd.
Near Lloyd.
He's in the US there.
Yeah. Hey,
he does
Matt, he's gonna fit right into the Three Stooges.
Lean forward, TJ.
I think. Uncle Bill. TJ's coming in, brother. He's going to come in with the comments of the fucking country.
That's funny.
Hey, Paul, I'm going to show you a picture. This was from yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I just noticed something on this picture. Check right here, the girl's hands. She got freaking like inch nails on playing softball.
What the hell?
Holy hell.
Holy crap.
You see the nails, the white?
Good night.
Yeah.
I don't know. And she's a pitcher. I don't know how she was throwing a ball with those nails.
Has she got hands? I'm not looking at her hands.
Yeah, she's got hands. Look, you see the nails, the edges, the white. They got to be a half inch to an inch.
Damn, she's gonna break something one day.
Yeah. She could do with more than half an inch, I reckon.
Yeah. But she's a high school girl now. Watch it. but she, boy, they tagged her when she got in yesterday. She tried to make it to the plate and they smacked her.
High school girl? Back at hell.
Joe goes and shoots all the high school sporting events.
Yeah, I know.
And
here we go.
The moms come out there and they're all touching on them and leaning on them and
doing all the biz.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the moms all right. Yeah. Especially every year when the freshman mom comes in, because it's all. I'm not gonna say that.
You know, it's funny. He was talking about how big his bowl was.
Third stooge.
No, they told me I shouldn't
look
drink
at Uncle Bill's cup.
They tell me I shouldn't drink too much coffee. You know, cut it back during the
just one cup a day.
during my healing process, right? So, I want to cut it down to 1 or 2 cups a day.
Yeah,
Big cup.
you make those cups
Oh,
4 liters, brother.
That's only a small cup.
Is that a Christmas cup?
That's a
Looks like
trucker's
Santa
cup.
Claus.
That's what that is.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Looks like got Santa Claus on there.
That's a small
Now
cup.
that I'm cutting it back to 1 or 2 a day, I'm urinating less. This is, I don't know. This came with a Christmas gift in it. You have the mug, and then they stick all kinds of stuff.
Matt,
inside
if you
it.
didn't know, Bill just got out of the hospital. He had his probe up the wee.
No, he had a prostate out.
I had my
Fuck,
prostate.
dude.
I had my prostate out. Yeah.
You had it out.
Yep.
Oh fuck, dude. That's not nice.
No, it's not great. It turns out my prostate was 25% tumor, so it was way worse than they originally thought it was.
Oh shit, I didn't know that, mate. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
You doing all right?
Yeah, it's out.
That's why his nickname is Pee Pee Pants.
Pee pants. They put a catheter in for 10 days, and that was leaking. It was draining. It was doing its job, but it also leaked. So I spent 2 weeks with wet diapers. More than that, it's still going on. Aside from that, everything's fine, I guess. I'm moving along the way I'm supposed to move along. I have to relearn how to hold my water.
Yeah.
When they take the prostate out, there's basically 2 muscles at the top and at the bottom. Anyway, that clenches shut your urethra, and the top one is gone. That goes with the prostate.
So what do you do? Tie a knot on the end of it, or what?
Well, no, I'm not that. It's not big enough for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, you gotta have a pretty big dong up to tie a knot in the fuck. Even a single knot, I can go probably 3 or 4 knots on mine.
Look like macrame by the time he's done.
You just get a twist tie. It's easier.
You need one of them adjustable cock rings.
Zip tie, unzip it every once in a while.
But that's a pretty life-changing sort of operation to have there, Bill. Yeah, absolutely, mate. And
I wish I had done it sooner, because the numbers were just starting to rise, and we check it every year, and they figured they got it really, really early, which they got it early enough, but they had told me that it stayed in the capsule, they call it.
Yep. Okay. You don't need it going anywhere else, mate.
Well, it did though. They were wrong. It pierced the caps. It pierced my prostate in 3 different places, actually.
Shit.
So now I have a 30% chance I'll probably have to do radiation sometime in the future, because the tumor actually pierced the outer wall of the prostate.
And you're 65 yet, are you, Bill?
3 different spots where they couldn't see it.
Okay.
So but there's no,
hasn't-
it's all negative. There's no signs of any tumors or anything. There's nothing there.
Mm.
So it may or may not lodge itself somewhere else. But you just have to watch. They constantly take my PSAs every 3 to 6 months or whatever. And if it starts to go up, and then
I have to go back in,
stick me
right?
in the microwave, huh?
Yeah.
If it goes up, they'll have to go back in.
No. They just irradiate me.
Yeah. Oh, well, good luck with that, mate. I hope you do all right out of that. It hasn't gone anywhere.
No, I'll be fine. It's a very slow moving. Even if it was there might not be signs of it for years.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've had a few friends with issues. And to be quite honest, more lately than ever has been. Yeah, they're doing all right. But it's just something you don't want to.
1 out of 8 men get some form of prostate cancer.
They do.
I don't know if people know the numbers are that high. 1 out of 8.
Yeah. It's pretty
So
fucking.
I'm in the top 16 percentile.
You can feel special about that. You're special, fucker. You are.
Yeah, my uncle, who's 95-ish now, has had it for about the last 15 years.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, my dad had it too. I don't know if you remember when my dad had it, but it was Oh, look, I didn't really advertise the fact when I was doing my live shows that he was a bit crook. But anyway, he was 80 when he first found out about it. But yeah, he had all sorts of fucking issues. But anyway, he was 80. You know what I mean? So he's getting up there. Certainly, he was 85 when he passed away, but that wasn't anything to do with that either. It was just old age. So.
Yeah, there was the blood moon was last night, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, not quite sure where TJ got that one from this conversation, but yeah.
No, well, no, because I just
Blood moon?
I was multitasking for a moment, and I looked over, and Jody was like, "I woke up late this morning, kept getting up, and looking at the blood moon."
Talking about Bill pissing blood. That's what the fucking thing did it.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk about it. But
I wanted
anyway,
to
I'm fine. Everything's going along as it should, and I go back to work Monday with light duty, and
nice.
I'll be just walking around hundreds of people with pee in my pants. So
that's all right, mate. That's all right. I do that every day myself.
Hey, TJ, that was before the clouds hit last night.
What time was it?
That was right after sunset, and then it got cloudy all night, so we couldn't have seen it anyway.
Okay. Well, that's a cool shot, anyways.
We got eclipse tonight, about 2:30 in the morning. We got a full lunar eclipse. That's happening. Actually, I don't even know why I looked out there because I got a patio and there's a fucking roof on it. I can't see the sky. What the fuck? Anyway,
we're postponing that eclipse. They weren't ready for the firmware upgrade yet, so there won't be an eclipse tonight.
Yeah, but they'll do it tomorrow once it's all installed.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
so
good.
Paul, what's your favorite adult diaper?
Always.
You got any experience? What the best brand is? Paul, you're muted.
Muted.
You're muted.
Muted.
It all depends, Bill.
Depends. Oh!
That's funny.
Oh, here we go. Fuck's sake. It's been a while, boys. I know what I'll be missing out on now.
Here's trivia I didn't know. I thought it was actually called Depends. They're not. They're called Depend.
You see what Justin said? If you're married, you get a blood moon once a month.
Oh,
it's terrible.
Whoa, dude. That's fucked up.
And that was the lighthouse with the sun going through the thing last night.
That's cool. That's a cool shot. That
is
dope
nice.
shot right
I
there.
like the way everything's exposed there. Everything's exposed to the the ground there. That's what drone, mate?
A Mavic 3.
Mavic 3. Of course it is. You don't get pictures like that from a
I
fucking
thought that was the Neo.
The Air 2S would give you a picture pretty close to that.
No, it wouldn't. It'd be close, but not on the money, brother.
Yeah, you're right. It would be close, but it would be a good picture.
It would. Well,
with the Mavic 3, it's just so much better.
Look, you know what?
Yeah, I did all three things yesterday. I was able to get out to that event by the lighthouse after the PET scan in the morning, after the softball game, and I ran out there right in time to get the sunset.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you now, Joe, right? I would still go out and buy a Mavic 2 Pro over an Air 3S. Any day of the week.
3S?
Yeah.
Any day of the week.
The Air 3S is nice, but it didn't have enough change. Now, I wonder what the 4 is going to be like.
It doesn't cut the mustard, mate. I mean, let me put it this way, right? The footage that I got from my Mavic 2 Pro, and I only went to the fucking premiere a couple of months ago of the movie that is, the footage from my Mavic 2 Pro, and I did the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 3, and they used both footage from the 3 and the 2, and the Mavic 2 Pro, on the fucking big screen is sensational. It is, fuck me. It blew me away when I was sitting there and go, I can't believe that come from my little fucking 1-inch sensor on the drone. Crazy shit. But to get that effect, I could not get the effect that I got for that movie from an Air 3S because it has no aperture. And the only way to get the effect that I had was to use an aperture. And the Air 3S doesn't cut it. The Air 3S is just a piece of shit when it comes to doing movie shits, right? I mean, it's a good drone. It is. It's got a nice 1-inch sensor and all that sort of shit. But that adjustable aperture is the king of the shit when it comes to doing stuff. And a lot of people don't realize that. And a lot of people
what do you think about
in manual.
What do you think about the Mavic 4 coming out, the leaks they've been having?
Well, I mean, let's see. Let's see how it goes.
The only problem is I'll either be able to buy a Mavic 4 or buy eggs. So what's the difference? I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
you only get one.
To be quite honest, mate. You know what, mate? You know what? To be quite honest, if you are not using it for a professional purpose, which you can do with these drones, right? Quite easily. If you're not using it, then you don't need a Mavic 4. If you're not shooting, this is what people buy. They buy the Air 3S and they got the 1-inch sensor and they got this. They fly it in auto. They're not going to fly 5.1K. They're flying at 4K. They're not opening up the whole sensor. What's the point in bloody buying it? And then they upload at 180p.
With the washing machines, I don't remember seeing.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, you got a point. Well, I do real estate on the side sometimes, and I do other stuff with it, and I bring it for press work sometimes. That's why the 4 and I used to bring the Mini 3 Pro out for the press work because it was easy to carry. And that the last few times I've been bringing the Mavic 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't matter. I could do it just as easy out the back of the car.
Well, a lot
and it gives me a better video.
Yeah. And I mean, when people do these things, and they buy all the best gear and all this sort of shit, but they never ever use that gear to its full potential. They'll never fly it in log because they couldn't be color grading it, right? The only way to make those cameras shine is to fly in log at the highest resolution that camera is going to put out, which for the Mavic 3 will be 5.1 in log, and it is a true fucking log. It's not log M, right? Like the Mavic 2 Pro. Okay. So you're dealing with a very, very flat profile. And to color grade that is a dream to work with, and to put out your footage from that, it's a sensational. But they'll fly in auto, they'll fly it in 4K, and then they'll upload it at 1080p. And as soon as I look at footage like this, I say, "What the fuck? This camera's fucked. This camera looks like shit. What's going on?" It's because they've done all that, and people can't look at my Mavic 3 footage. Even Mavic 3 at a 4.43 sensor, they'll look at the footage and go, "How come your footage looks better than my Mavic 3? Because I'm not flying in auto, number one, and I'm flying 5.1 in log." It's a simple fucking thing, but people couldn't be learning how to do that, So they'll buy all this fucking shit and they'll fly it in auto at 4K. What's the fucking point?
So you can like when you take a picture with a drone or whatever, like if you had like an Air 2S picture and then you have the Air 3S picture side by side, for example, you could tell the difference in like in the camera or whatever. Can you tell like the difference, like the clarity or whatever?
Pictures are a little bit different, and when it comes to still photos, you've got to pick pixel pick, right? So you've got to zoom right in and have a look what's going on, right? And to be quite honest, the Mavic 3 isn't as good as the Mavic 2 when it comes to zooming and looking at your pixels, right? The Mavic 2 is an amazing little camera and was for a very long time and still is. And this is why I say if I'm ever going to crash my Mavic 2, there's no way in fucking hell I'd go for a Mavic, an Air 3 or an Air 3S or whatever. I would go another Mavic 2 over any of that shit, right? I've got all the batteries and all that sort of crap, right? They're so much better. So much better. But when it comes to pictures and all that sort of thing, it's a lot different to video, right? And when it comes to And when it comes to all the bit rates and all that sort of shit, that means jack shit when it comes to video, right? They go, oh, it shoots at 300 fucking million bits a fucking second and all this sort of shit. Doesn't fucking matter, mate, because your video is nowhere near. And this is what it comes down to, your SD cards and all that sort of shit too. They said, oh, it shoots at this and it's faster. This it doesn't matter with an SD card, because your video is not maxing out that SD card. It comes down to still photos when it comes to boom, 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 boom shots. And that's where the speed comes in with your SD cards and all that sort of shit too. So fucking hell, I'm babbling on here. Don't worry about me. Fucking hell. There's a lot of information there. Anyway, it's just a lot to just fucks me off. But anyway. Someone else speak, please. For fuck's sake.
Now, you're right, though. If I go out and I'm just going to do a picture and I'm not flying any video and I'm worried about just getting pictures, I'd rather Air 2S.
There you go.
I just like the Air 2S. It's got that sharp. It's sharp. It's really, it gives me what I want.
Yeah. 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 There you
But
go.
like I said, my go-to is I've got over 320 miles of flights on the Mavic 3.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Hey Joe, Jody wants to know if the air the air above the battery opens up.
Air above the battery. Which drone? What we're talking about? You see, does the top? I don't have an Air 3S. Air 3S slides in the backside like the Mavic 3. I don't know if anything opens up right above it. I don't have one, so I can't tell you.
Fuck you, Justin. Oh, did you make me a co-host or something? Paul, did you make me a co-host? Oh, your microphone's off again.
Speaking of,
I think Paul fell asleep.
Well, I'm just asking because it just allowed me to let myself in.
Yeah, you're a co-host.
Yeah, because I was already in. Well, maybe not anymore because I closed down my phone. I was using my phone. This is my little Microsoft Go laptop thingy, the tablet laptop thingy. So this way I could pull up the chat and I could see, because we're ignoring the chat, or at least I was. Now I can see all the comedy gold going on there in the chat.
Comedy gold.
You fucking hell, man. All right, well, I'll tell you what. Oh, another thing too, Joe, just quickly, I'm going to nick off in a sec, but we're still talking 2018 technology, right? Mavic 2 Pro, you do a hyperlapse in that, you're doing a 5.7K hyperlapse because of DNG files. Can you believe that? Fucking incredible. Blew me away. Because of DNG, right? So you put the DNG, just JPEGs doesn't do that. But anyway, DNG files, you put them all together. It's a 5.K hyperlapse video from a 2018 1 inch. There you go. Anyway, look, I'm going to nick off because I'm
okay, Matt. Hey, thanks for coming in. You come back and see us soon.
I know it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, and we'll look for you and you and Bill and TJ starting the Three Stooges channel.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe that could be the first show. We could take some of my Air 2S video. I'll take some Air 2S D-Log video in five whatever it is, 5.1, whatever it is.
5.1, yeah.
And then I'll show what it looks like. And then we'll show what happens to it after Matt gets his fingers on it.
I already tried your tele footage. Remember I did your tele footage a few years ago, Bill?
You
send me
did.
that fucking footage, man. I want to look at this. Yeah.
There wasn't enough data to work with there, I don't think, though.
There's not a lot, but it did come out a little bit better, I think. Anyway, but it was an experiment that I wanted to know if I could get rid of that jello that the Tello has, you know, and it rhymes nicely, Tello and Jello, and you got a fucking crap ton of jello in the Tello footage. I just could not get rid of it. But anyway, it's one of those things. But yeah, there's not a lot of info there, mate. But it was good fun, and thanks for sending me those files, mate. Much appreciated.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you trying to do something with it. You know, I got it somewhere on my computer over there. For what it is, that was a fun little drone. I mean, that's the only time I've ever done a flip with a drone was with the Tello. All you had to do was hold it like this and swipe across the screen, and it would
That's a little flip. Yeah.
Neat little flip. It had its
FPV style.
it had its uses,
They were. It was a good look. It was a good introduction to doing stuff too.
Sure.
Absolutely, it was. And then obviously from there, I guess. I mean, I went. I had a few other things beforehand, but then I went to the Spark, and the Spark still to this day is an extremely good. It's a 4K camera, and a lot of people don't realize this. Is the Spark is a 4K camera. But they downgraded that because it was a 2-axis gimbal. They downgraded that to a 1080p so they could put the processing power into the stabilization of the footage. So it's a 1080p camera, but in actual fact, it's a 4K camera. And this
what
is
was
where
what I can't remember because I had a Spark. What was the flight time on a Spark?
Oh, look, mate, 12 minutes, right? They said 15. I said, no, we're fucking near that.
Okay.
So you got to get up there and within, say, 10 minutes, get all your shots you need and get the fucking thing back home because it's going to fall out of the sky. Yeah, that's for sure. So it was not a very long flight time.
What you didn't want to hear was landing.
Yeah. I've actually got a video on my channel about the Spark, and I did a range test on it, and that fucking thing landed in my hand at 0.
Well, last night I had an incident with the Mavic 3. I was finished flying and everything, and I'm back where the tugboat's at over the water, and it was the St. Tammany Photographic Society. So I said, let me do a droney with everybody and in the video. So as it's doing the drone, it gets out to about 100 feet, and it's going up, and all of a sudden it's sort of going like this.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, and it just levels off, and I brought it back quick. Couldn't find anything wrong with it.
Yeah, you get it back.
It said it had what it was saying, the ABS picked up something. It was trying to avoid something, but it was 120 feet in the air. It must have picked up that tugboat to the side, and it started doing this. I said, "Oh Lord, here we go." And
I'll tell you something, man. Even though they say Mavic 3, Mavic fucking 75 has got fucking OcuSync 3020, it doesn't make a fucking scrap of difference. I will get, because of the controller, I will get more distance and more control out of a Mavic 2 than I'll ever will out of a Mavic 3 because I have flown my Mavic 3 and 2 in city situations, and my Mavic 2 shits all over the Mavic 3's fucking reception. The Mavic 3 will lose contact like that. It's really fucking bad. Unless you go, I haven't tried the Pro, right? So you got the aerials and all that sort of shit. But the standard controller with the screen in it is not as good as the Mavic 2 Pro.
That RC one's not that good.
I'll actually dispute that because I actually throw the Mavic 2 Duo, which is an enterprise drone, for work, and I've actually got a Mavic 3 myself, and I've actually flown the two side by side, and I can get a lot better with the Mavic 3. But in fairly well in your defense, I'd probably say that there's possibly because I've actually got the full RC Pro controller to go with my Mavic 3, which
there you go.
It's a case that I've seen a massive increase in range compared with what I can get with that with the Mavic 2 Duo. There's time where I'm actually cursing the Duo because it's having trouble, and I'm actually going and saying, well, I can get there with my Mavic 3. And yet I need the thermal capabilities of the Duo to actually do the job. But that will change shortly. We're going to the Matrice 3 series. Fairly shortly. So it's the Matrice 4. The nice new one that's just been released. Our government's gone ahead and actually brought a big bundle of those coming. So
there was a lot of people saying that the original RC that they brought out had the problems because of those internal antennas.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
the difference between that and the RC2 is immense.
Yeah.
The RC2's got the external antennas now and the faster processor as well, which makes everything quicker.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what I'm saying. That I've got the original, right? So that
I've
and they
got both.
advertise. And in an open area, there's no fucking issues whatsoever, right? But I'm saying in that city situation, my Mavic 2 shits on my Mavic 3 because I've got the original RC controller for the Mavic 3, right?
Oh,
which
the
is
smart controller.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah,
mean, the
one
smart
that-
controller
the
with
one
the
that
Mavic
Paul
2 was
lost
shit.
3 Air 2Ss with.
Yeah. I mean, the Mavic 2 with the smart controller can suck my balls. I'll never fucking use it. It was the biggest piece of shit they ever brought out. Right. I would rather fly with the original controller and an iPad, right? But a lot better reception. The controller that they came out with, that smart controller in the first one,
Yeah.
great concept, and this is what they've carried on throughout their updates and all that sort of shit, is that smart controller. And it is a great idea and it's fantastic to use, with the difference between just pulling out your controller and then having to set up your iPad and fucking plugging in and all that sort of shit is a lot different. But the original RC controller that comes out with the Mavic 3, absolute pass. Well, it's not pass, all right, it still does a good job, but it's not as good as my Mavic 2, which kind of really shits me. And you've got to go to the Pro series before you actually get some benefit out of that, which I'll probably move to in the near future, I guess. But,
I don't think you can use the RC Pro with the Mavic 2.
not the Mavic 2, no, you can't. But I'll be using.
You can use the original one that
smart
was put
controller.
out.
Yeah.
The original smart controller, you can use that, but you when they went to free, because the new OcuSync, you see, if you haven't already clicked OcuSync 1, OcuSync 2, and OcuSync 3, OcuSync 1 is only 2.4 gig. Then you've got 2.4 gig and 5 gig. And of course, when they went OcuSync 3, they brought in the new 8 gig band. It says as the government's released these bands, they put them in
no, it wasn't 8 gig, it was 5.8.
No, there's an
they
8
got
gig band now.
5.4 and 5.8 now.
Right. Well, but that, technically speaking, gives you the diversity of your radio signal. So the controller shoots out 2 separate signals, one on the 2.4 gig band and one on the 5 gig band. And the drone actually takes the best one of the two. Because in some cases you'll actually get there, some cases you won't. On certain bands, and so by having the diversity between the 2 different types of radio signal, actually goes ahead and gives them the availability to get a fairly good range out of them. But yeah, the hardest part is actually when you're actually living in an area like say Brisbane. Matt would probably tell you if he actually asked his phone about how many Wi-Fi signals are around or hotspots, he'd be there scrolling forever and a day, because there's just so much activity. With the drone.
One of the other things they did when they went up is they added more antennas as well.
Yes.
Paul, are you going to go flying chips with that, mate, or are you just going to fucking, what are you going to do with that?
I've only flown it once, and I've had it like, 2 months?
No. It's a great concept.
I was going to see if you've been flying the Flip at all, Matt.
I have, mate. I just did a new movie, actually, and they requested the Neo over the Mavic 3. Quite.
Oh, yes.
No, that's not the Neo, Matt. That's the Flip.
Sorry, the Flip. Sorry.
Yeah.
Fuck me. I'm not up with shit, am I? My God. The Flip. The Flip, which does the same as what the Spark does. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much. Except it's got the Flip's got a better camera than the Neo. It's got the same camera as the Mini 3.
Yeah, that's a good camera. Look, let's be honest. Those ultralight bloody drones are fantastic. My Mini 2, it blew me away. It shits all over my Mavic Pro, the original Mavic Pro. My Mini 2 and I'll still use the Mini 2 to this day. It is fucking sensational. It really is.
Yeah, the Mini 2 is not a bad drone. I still got mine.
Yeah, it's a great camera, man. It
Well,
blew me
you've got A1. You still haven't got the one you had originally because you lost that.
Yeah, I got A1. yeah.
He lost one?
Fucking hell,
Yeah, it was
TJ.
like it was a long time ago.
Not long
Matt
enough.
that lives in. I don't know if you heard that whole story, Matt. Did you hear that whole story about my original?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So Matt, let me ask you a question. I'm sorry. You were saying how the 2 was better than the 3 reception wise and like that. But what controller were you using? You using the regular original RCN1 or RCN2, whatever that came with your 2, right? And a tablet.
Yep.
But then when you switched to the 3, what did you use for that?
Okay, that's the RC1, I guess they call it. It's got the screen and all that sort of shit, so you don't have to plug a tablet into it or anything like that, right? So it's the original with the internal antennas, which right sucks balls, right? You've got to go to the Pro.
The original RC with the screen you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I've got for my Mavic 3, which is quite adequate for what I do. Because I'm not looking at any distance and all that sort of stuff, because I'm very close to the subjects and all that sort of shit when I'm shooting, right? So there's no issues whatsoever. But what I did do was notice, because I've flown Brisbane City here many times with the Mavic 2 Pro, and I know where it gets a bit weak and I know where it wants to cut out. I know exactly. And I took the Mavic 3 out and did exactly the same flights and all that. And this thing was fucking losing connection like a mother bitch.
Well, what were you using to control the 3?
That's the original Mavic 3 controller with the screen, right? Without it's got internal.
So you don't like that because I'm using that with my Air 2S now. I recently bought it a couple months ago. The RC with the screen.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing much of a difference, and I believe the difference between controllers might be external antennas and so on and so forth. But then again, if you look at the non-screen controllers, they don't have external antennas and they have longer range.
What?
They do. The antennas are in the phone.
No, I mean a non-screen controller, a regular RCN1.
Yeah, the antenna for the RCN1 is in the phone clamp. It's that plastic thing on the end of it.
Yeah.
So when you put the phone in, it's on the very top.
Yeah.
Is that actually the antenna?
Yeah.
That's an external antenna, right? When you're talking about the screen, the original one that I've got, the Mavic 3, right? It's an internal antenna. There's nothing you can do with that controller that will make it any better, right?
Well, you can put external antennas on it.
Correct.
And some people have that.
I'm not seeing any loss of range with that since I've had it, but I don't know.
It depends on where you're flying too. I'm just talking about a situation where I'm flying in the city, right? Where I notice the difference between the 2 and 3, right? With my external antennas and my iPad, and between that RC1 controller there with the.
Do you see a definite improvement with external antennas then?
Absolutely.
And I don't know about you, Matt, but we notice it even more because of the lower power that we're allowed to use compared.
That's right.
I fly mine in the city too. This is a town of 230,000 people, so I'd say that's a city.
And, that's right. Oh, maybe you're getting there.
Yeah. So it's spread out. It's a big town, but I haven't had any problems with it so far. Knock the wood, as my wife would say.
Yeah. Knock the wood. Look, you know what, man? All depends. As I said to you, right? Okay, this is a 1%. This is a 1% problem that I have, right, with that controller, because I don't fly the city every day, right? When I'm flying in different scenarios and all that sort of shit, there's no fucking difference between the 2, right? At all. I can fly the 2 and the 3 in exactly the same spots. I'm just talking about where I'm flying,
right?
And I noticed the massive difference in the city and high Wi-Fi and all that sort of other bullshit that goes along with the city. There is a huge difference between the Mavic 2 2018 technology with OcuSync 2, with the internal antennas on the Mavic 3 controller within that city. It'll knock out quite a
The
lot.
original the original RC is OcuSync 3.
On what? On the
On the-
I'm talking about my Mavic 2, right?
No, he's on about the smart controller, not the RC.
Okay, so the smart controller for what
No,
drone?
not the smart controller. I mean, it is a smart controller. Don't get me. It's got a screen, but the original RC, regular RC, the original RC is OcuSync 3.
Right.
The black one, the bigger one?
Oh, you were saying OcuSync 2.
No, the black
No,
one.
No,
is
the white one without the
Mavic 2.
antennas. The one you
The
fly
grey
air
one.
to us with.
That's
The
my
grey
Mavic
one.
2.
The black
My
one
Mavic-
was known as a smart controller, and that was only OcuSync 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my Mavic 2 Pro, which is OcuSync 2. Correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Okay. So now I'm moving the OcuSync 2 with my original controller with the iPad, with the antennas and all that sort of shit. I can fly that thing out without it doing anything stupid. When I move to the Mavic 3 with the internal antennas, yeah, see, that's the same one I got for this the Mavic, the Mini 2. That's what
In
I use
fact-
run.
And,
Right.
and the
Did
this is
did
also
the
the Mavic. No, the Mavic 2 is a different one. It's a little guy.
Yeah, Mavic.
the
2.
Mavic 2 didn't come out with the RCN1, did it? It came out with the same
No.
kind of controller as the original Mavic.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's not the
Yeah.
fly. It's not the Fly app. It's the Go.
Go 4.
Go at.
Yeah,
Which
Go 4.
actually, and those controllers were actually a piece of pus. They were useless. And I never ever flew with them because they were fucking stupid.
These you didn't fly with these.
No, that's I fly with that with my Mavic, with my Mini 2, mate. Exactly like that.
Yeah.
There's no problem.
Hey, Matt, do you have any wraps on your drones?
The Mini 2 was the first one to come out with the RCN1.
No, because I was looking on Decal Girl last night, and I kind of want to get a wrap for my Air 2S.
We'll get the safety first there, lads.
Logie.
There's my wrap.
Look, man, Decal Girl's got some really good stuff, right? And they're very good quality. I run my Mavic 2, and ever since my Mavic 2, and this is why my Mavic 3 is the same, I run a high-vis fluoro orange, right, on my drones. And it makes so much difference when it comes to visibility and what have you, especially when you're flying low and in the shadows and all that sort of shit. You can see that drone, no problems whatsoever. I wrap that shit in fluoro orange. It doesn't look the best. It's not the coolest thing in the fucking schoolyard, but the orange is a practical thing to use when it comes to visibility.
Yeah,
But you need the orange with the dazzle stripe.
Sorry.
Like anything that's like bright, like a bright color, you could see it. Like when you're out flying, you have to be like, oh, where's my drone? I can't see it.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely does. It makes a difference, massive difference. I find it more of a. I mean, you can see it in the sky a lot better too. But when I'm down low and there's a lot of bushland and shit in the back, it's all black and grey. If your drone is grey, you'll lose the fucking thing, right?
Yeah, but I guess it also helps. I got a couple of strobes as well, so I guess
The strobes are brilliant. They really are. I mean, when Dennis came over here, he had strobes on his drone, and it blew me away. About just you can see it everywhere it is. You can see it. You know, there's no two ways. Strobes are brilliant.
Yeah,
I love it. I haven't got any for my drones because a lot of my flying is very close to myself. You know, so there's a lot of stuff that eats strobes and shit. But it blew me away with the I forget the brand he was using, Fire something or other. Firehouse, yeah, okay, yeah. So he had fires, on there, and they were really good, man. And I was flying that thing, you know, obviously a little bit further than what I could probably see, whatever. And I could see that thing quite well, very good.
I need to start putting my strobes on mine so I could see when I'm flying far away.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to laws and all that sort of shit, let's be honest, mate. 90% of the time, I can't see my fucking drone when I'm flying it.
There's Bill. Bill's got his all set up.
He's got that shit going on. Yeah, there you go. Ah, okay, right.
The original RC. Yeah, I finally bought one. And I don't know, like I said, I was having trouble hearing you, by the way. So I put Bluetooth speaker on so I was having trouble making out what you were talking about when you were going back and forth between this controller, that controller. I don't know, the original RC, the RC, I was having trouble understanding it. But yeah,
Okay,
I
so
got
it's
the
original. Internal.
this works with the Air 2S
Yep.
and I guess the 3, or does this work with the 2?
Works with the Mavic 3. I use it with my Mavic 3.
Yeah.
You can fly the Neo with that as well, I believe.
They're good controllers. Hey, Cool Cat, how are you, brother? Yeah, they are. Yes, Strobes are fucking fantastic, mate. Cool Cat.
And you've also got to remember there's about 3 versions of that since its original release. So,
yeah, so you got one of the originals. Mine.
If you've got one of the originals, you've got you don't have as good a signal, but
no.
The later ones have well and truly fixed those types of issues.
Yeah. See, that's what I've got. I've got the original one that came with I've got that with the Mavic 3, a couple of years
Gotta
ago.
go, guys. My kids are at the door.
All right, Lance.
Okay, Lance.
See you, mate. Take care, brother.
Lance has got school today.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got to go too because I've got shit to do. Anyway, look, I'm going to go.
Did you say that like a few minutes? Did you say that like a few minutes ago? And you're like,
I did, mate. I did, but there's a lot of information.
Well, Matt, you make sure that you inform Bill and TJ when you're gonna do that live stream.
Yeah, we got
the Three Stooges. You're gonna do that, right?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yep.
Definitely gonna have to. They're gonna definitely have to.
Imagine that shit.
TJ's got between now and then. TJ's got to figure out which Three Stooge he's gonna be. Giggle.
Actually, it's more like one of the dwarfs, mate. Which one? If you were a dwarf, TJ, which one would you be, mate?
I have no idea, man. I have no idea.
Well, it's not grumpy because you're not grumpy, right?
No.
Happy.
Probably the happy one.
Happy.
Or dope. What about dopey? No, we'll work on that.
Funny.
Oh shit, hot boys! Hey, great to see you all again.
Hey, Matt, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you again.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. You take care, eh? And Bill, good to see you again. And Trevor, Lance is gone. And Joe.
And Matt promises to be there with you two guys. So.
Yeah, I'm going to be there, mate. We're going to do the Three Stooges show. We should do a special, just one special.
You should do an Easter special.
You should come down to Florida for the drone meet. Is what I think you should do.
Yeah, it's just around the corner.
Yeah.
5-minute drive.
Send them the round trip tickets, TJ.
Pretty sure that would be a hybrid for that one, so it's a bit cheaper for me to drive over. Yeah. I should actually. Sorry, Bill. All right, no worries.
You need a
All
car,
right, take care, everyone. Hey, great to see you. And
great to see you too.
Yeah, absolutely. And where the fuck is leave this?
Down in the bottom, down the corner in the bottom of your screen.
Oh, they've updated. All right, no worries. Yes. All right.
Go figure, right?
Nothing ever advances, does it? Fuck's sake. All right. No worries. Great to see you, Zay.
Yeah, good to see you too, man.
All right, Matt. We'll see you.
See ya. See everyone in the chat too. Bye-bye.
I see him.
Well, let's see. It's 11:08 in the morning. How long are we going to keep going?
I got
I
nothing else
mean,
to do.
there's still a lot of people going. I mean, there's 15 people watching, and there's.
Well, that's because you're here, TJ. How long are you gonna stay?
Yeah, hey, I mean, I got the whole day off, so I could.
Okay. All right.
I could linger here, or I could, I'd like to try to go out and fly if at all possible. So I mean, the skies are blue. There's not a gray cloud in the sky. So, but if I did go out and fly, I don't know where I'd go. I took my drones with me yesterday while I went to go get my my neck trimmed, and then I went to go buy me a new pair of shoes because the ones that my mom had bought me had ripped the other night when I was at work. I was like, "Fuck, damn it!" Because I was walking in the back room where the bathrooms were, and I guess my foot had like caught on the bottom of the door, and my shoe like ripped in. Well, it didn't rip in half, but like the outer part just kind of like ripped. So
Well, that reminds me of this about 3 or 4 years ago. I was out at Sam's Club, and all of a sudden the bottom of my shoe started flopping like this.
Oh yeah, it had a mouth, so it was talking.
Yep, exactly. So I ended up shuffling around Sam's Club.
Floppity flop, floppity flop.
Joe, you're on mute. Who are you talking to? The pupper dogs?
No, it just said we got sunshine starting up, it looks like.
Yeah, that's
good. I might be able to
the
fly.
thing to lure you outside for the storm.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
To lure you outside so you think you're safe, and then the storm will hit.
Well, that's gonna be, like I said, tomorrow is gonna be it. They're talking a level 4, and they're saying advanced tornado warnings, everything.
Oh, minor problem. Those tornadoes,
Yeah.
they're only little wind things. Okay.
Well, this is equal to, we had one like this exactly last year, and there were 14 tornadoes hitting the area, and they were pretty bad.
Mm.
So I'll get the Neo ready to send it.
Send it, Joe. Send it.
So, Bill, are you getting ready for the South Florida meetup, or you're not going to go because of your situation?
No, he's still going. He's just not doing the boat thing. They're probably going to. You're doing the shooting range on Monday, right?
I'm definitely going. I'm one of the hosts. I gotta go. Definitely going.
TJ says whatever you need, Bill. He'll follow you around, whether you need to be drained or strained or whatever. He'll take care of it.
I'll just empty the bag. I'll empty the bag for you.
Oh no!
TJ said it's gonna be hands-on experience.
Oh,
What?
look at Bill's flying.
When we thought it was safe, then Bill decided to fly inside without prop guards.
Drying off my diaper.
He's drying off his diaper. He's got his legs spread. Just like he unfolded the arms on the drone, he unfolded his legs from the diaper.
You ever notice Paul's got a unique sense of humor?
Yeah, you got to sneak up on it.
Unique up on it.
Or you uniquely gotta leave it, one or the other.
Uniquely.
There you go. I
Avoid
flew
it.
today.
Just
You
ignore
flew.
it.
Yep. There you go.
I probably should have filmed
Yeah.
it. Whoops.
Maybe, Michael. I'd like to try that at least once.
What? Emptying a bag or what?
No, Michael was asking if I asked Uncle Bill nicely, he might let me fire off his .38 special.
Oh yeah, Monday. You want to go shooting, TJ? Monday?
Yeah, if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to.
Well, that's up to you.
Well, depending on my work schedule.
Well, the last person that went TJ out shooting, they're dead now.
TJ, you
going
can't
like
bring
this.
your potatoes on there.
How does this work?
Oh,
Boom.
you shoot it this way?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how that works.
Take your finger off the trigger, TJ.
You're making sure that you're not working Saturday, right? For the meetup
Yeah,
on Sunday?
Maddie had texted me and asked me if I got those days off, and I told him I put in for it. And he was like, well, putting in for it and getting it off are like two different things.
Sure.
And so I don't know. I think they might. I'm hoping they get approved, which I'm sure they will. So I mean, I have the time.
You got to put in for it. Is there anybody you can talk to directly about it?
Yeah.
It's not just a random day off that this happens once a year and it's a big deal to you.
Yeah. I'll have to ask my boss because and let her know about it.
Oh, it's a her. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Look, there's your problem.
There's the problem.
Yeah, don't tell her place.
Yeah.
Look, Bob, you guys would get by fine without me. That's all. You know, I mean, when it's a once,
y'all be all right. Y'all be all right for a weekend without me.
It's just it's a once a year kind of a big deal thing to you, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have any paid leave when I take it off. So it's costing me. That weekend's probably going to cost me like $400 or $500 in missed pay.
Yeah. Well, I have a lot of PTO, so.
What, Bill? You didn't actually go ahead and bank away some time off for the drone meetup?
Hey, TJ, they got medication for that, with PTO.
Oh. And that is?
Midol.
Midol, yeah.
That's strange. Why did my Bluetooth turn off?
Okay, guys, I guess I'm going to call it.
All righty.
Everybody have a great day. Joe, stay out of trouble. Uncle Bill, get better.
All the time.
Trevor, bye for now.
We'll see y'all
TJ,
later on.
what can I say, TJ? Get ready for the Three Stooges to appear.
That's right. That's
okay.
right.
Bye for
All right.
now.
See you guys.
I don't know how to do this.